Hey guys, so I already started cooking up my dinner and my mom's dinner. So I'm cutting the onion and you can see I used about 2 onions and I'm just cutting the remainder off. And I'm also boiling some water for the pasta and I will be cutting the eggplant and the the fish. I think it's sea bass. You know the fish that uh, those that kind of are flat, the flat fishes. Yeah, those fish. So this is what I'm going to be making for dinner. Stay tuned and I will come back later with my eggplant cut. So as you can see, this eggplant has already developed some seeds. You may want to take some of them out. But I usually like it this way. But you may just want to take the excess seeds out, and but it should be fine with seeds. Um, but I want to save some to replant next year, so this is why I'm taking some of the seeds out. And so yeah, I should have been cutting the bell pepper first and the fish, but I was really wanting to save the French call it aubergine, the eggplant eggs, the eggplant seeds. So this is why I started by cutting the eggplant. See you in a couple minutes. So as you can see, I removed the inside and I am saving the seeds into this petri dish so that they can dry up neatly. And so the way you do it is, it's actually like a bit like the cucumbers. You take this, it's easy. You just, it's like a bit like, see? This is the inside, and this is good. It's just brown because it turns brown pretty quickly. So as you can see, the seeds are inside, and you can do the same with the other half. Hang on. It's a bit hard on this side. As you see, there's plenty of seeds inside, and you may eat them, but I'm going to save them. So yeah, that's what I was. See, tiny, tiny little seeds. They look almost like pepper seeds. They look more like pepper seeds than cucumber seeds, even though inside it looks more like cucumber or zucchini. But the seeds look a lot like pepper seeds. So I'll be back in a few minutes. I forgot to say that you just need to squeeze and the seeds will come off by themselves. So you really don't need to do a lot for the seeds to come off. And I think it's already enough. And I'm going to put this in the frying pan. I just, yeah. So, it looks a bit dark, but it's because I've been applying pressure to it. But if the eggplant turns dark really, really fast. But if you don't want it to get dark, you can just squirt some lemon juice on it, and it won't get dark. So that's there. So I just realized I forgot to turn on the heat for the onion. So I'm a bit late on that, and oops, sorry. The water for the pasta is already boiling, so I'm going to add the pasta and the salt And I will wait for the onion to cook because I forgot to turn on the heat. That's a good thing to do when you're cooking. Forget to turn on the heat. So we'll come back for the next part of the recipe. So for the next step, we are preparing the fish, which I think the scientific name is Limanda ferruginea, if you want to look it up, and we'll be cutting it into little pieces to add it to the onions, and I'll be prepping the bell pepper, which I should have done before I prepped the eggplant, but it's okay. Ooh, so our fish has eggs in it. Quite fascinating. Well, it's not the first time I have fish with eggs in it, but it's the first time I get this particular um, kind of fish with eggs in it. So it's fascinating to see how flatfishes have their reproductive systems. It's quite weird. As you can see, our onion is ready to go. I also cut up the fish, and the bell pepper is already to be cooked as well. So I will be going to add this to the frying pan and some sea salt. The tagliatelle is also cooking, so we should be um, getting everything cooked soon. So I'm first adding the pepper to the frying pan, and I'm dropping some, but first you take care of the pepper until it becomes a little soggy and all soft. Then you want to add the fish, and then you want to add the eggplant. I dropped some on the so that's it, and you also have the tagliatelle going. So I already added the eggplant, and I am going to be cutting up some tomatoes. The tomatoes are one of the last things I add during the summer because I like them not as cooked, and because this is going to feel fresh and less heavy than if I let all the moisture out of the tomato, which is why I always cook them last in my recipes in the summer. Um, but I will still be adding them before I add the clams and the mushrooms. Stay tuned. So as you can see, it's still cooking and we are still waiting to add our tomatoes. But I forgot to say I added some soy sauce as I added the eggplant. And I'm planning on adding more when I add the final two ingredients, which are the clams and the mushrooms. And I will be adding some assorted peppers into it. So that's going to be the remnants of our recipe, and then you're good to go. Now that our ingredients are fully cooked, you want to add in our last ingredients carefully. And you want to be careful with the clams so that they don't damage the frying pan, and also so that they do not break. Otherwise you will be um, eating clam shells mixed in with your food. So you want to be gentle while stirring, and you don't want to cook them, as well as the mushrooms, longer than 2 minutes. Otherwise, they will lose their juices and they won't be as good as if they only slightly cook. The clams tend to shrink and harden, and the mushrooms tend to lose a lot of their volume. So you want to cook them only for 2 minutes at most. Ooh, also add in some more soy sauce. You can never have too much soy sauce. So, as you can see, it's done, and with a plethora of ingredients, you will still have lots of food to be able to use for other meals. So, I only made 2 servings of pasta, but the rest of your meal can be reused for other meals. So it's quite useful in the summer when you don't want to be cooking during the day because it's too hot. So yeah, I made quite a lot. So yeah, have fun and I hope you enjoy your food. Bye.